Welcome back, folks. Rudy Alpha Investments. I was getting ready to make a video today on the reserve list and some different prices and jumps and some silliness. And then all of a sudden, I finished my little taco lunch. I go over to the computer, and there's like 18 billion emails piled on each other, and clearly something's happening right now. And yeah, so on the backs of Secret Lair, taking today's conversation, we have a Walking Dead crossover Secret Lair announced from Wizards of the Sloppy Coast there. And I'm a fan of Walking Dead. I'm a fan of Breaking Bad, all of these AMC type shows and everything. I think they're very good. They're great storylines. They drag them out, make a bunch of fun stuff, blah, blah, blah. So this is like Secret Lair number 5 that hasn't even really shipped yet. So from what I gathered, there's that slime Secret Lair. There was an animal one. People were waiting on the summer super drop Secret Lair. Wasn't there one in between there? And then people said there's the last wave of Theros ones are finally shipping, and now there's going to be this one. Like the queue for this stuff is getting a little insane. But that really wasn't the point of this video. What actually got my attention was not people excited about Secret Lair. I thought a crossover of Walking Dead was interesting, and on the backs of going into 2021, where we leave this Commander era of 2020 product lines from WotC. We're moving to this 2021 situation where we're going to be based completely... Who runs this place? We're going to be based completely on these different themes. So obviously everybody knows the Ikoria Godzilla crossover was a huge success. So 2021, it's all going to be about taking Magic into different directions. And that was kind of a video I had planned also to do in the next couple of days, but I guess we're going to kind of push that to the front here. So next year with this kind of wizardry, Harry Potter type wizard theme mage school, and then the Dungeons and Dragons, we got some time shifted type thing coming up here and next year, and you got the end of the year with the whole, you get the idea. But the point was now we have a Secret Lair product that's based on a TV show modern pop culture theme. So this is an interesting direction. It was kind of funny. I swear there was like a Tinfoil Hat Rudy video where like one of the things people were telling me about was like coming up was going to be all these crossovers. Anybody remember that? I swear that was in the video. I don't know if that one got published or not. I remember some conversation about that. But anyways, I guess the part that really concerns me was when I was clicking through these messages, everybody was focusing on this, something about mechanically unique. It really wasn't about the crossover of Walking Dead on AMC. It was about this term that Wizards use saying there's going to be mechanically unique cards in this product. And that's what really caught my attention. I started I took 5 seconds of research and Googling and everything, and I was like, okay, so there's something, I don't know if they only showed a couple cards. I don't know if there's only 2 or 3 or that's it. And I'm like, and the price is back up to $50 for this thing. Holy smokes, I guess I got to pay royalties to AMC and the whole, I guess to have the crossover, I guess I got to cut them and split the check, right? But this mechanically unique comment is really what really is wiling everybody up right now. I don't fully know what that means. I don't know if everyone's exaggerating. I don't know if this is the sign of a huge shift. Because when I hear mechanically unique, I think specialty, okay, well maybe a banned artist, maybe reserve list, maybe something that we can't use in regular products, maybe a card that's never going to be in a product. Well, okay, well if it's a Walking Dead themed character, how is that card ever going to be reprintable in a regular standard set or a modern reprint set? The only thing I can figure, and I'm going to lay this out there, I'm going to tell you guys right up front what I'm about to say. Feel free to bash me. One of the tinfoil hat things I received about a month or 2 ago, which was an insta-delete, and this is really, I don't believe it at all, but I'm going to go ahead and say it just so it's on the record. I had a contact claiming that they worked at WotC, and this particular contact stated that eventually there's going to be a Secret Lair master style set where this individual claims that the long-term approach of like 2022, 2023, when there's a ton of Secret Lairs, that they want to have a product that either A, has cards all from Secret Lairs, or B, it has a lottery or a set, a new list, like in a set box in Zendikar, that has only Secret Lairs. I'm just going to lay it out there. This was told to me from an individual who claimed, it was very specific, I had never heard of it. The email was a throwaway Proton email, and he firmly believes that Secret Lair cards are going to be back in regular boxes in the future, but he was jumping around. It was a little erratic. I just wanted to put it on a video, though, because when we get back to this comment of everybody freaking about mechanically unique lingo, this terminology being used, I'm hearing, in other words, you can only get this card in this thing. And if it's a special mechanic or unique ability, and it becomes some successful thing, because I believe, are these cards legal? Can you play them in, you can't play them in like a standard or pioneer, right? Wouldn't be is like a legacy or modern vintage thing? I mean, what it can't be vintage, not 93, 94. It's not modern. Is the card frames? I don't know. I don't know if these things are legal. A Secret Lair, somebody tell me below that actually plays Mujik the Yu-Gi-Ohing as you poke your mom. Are these real? Are these legal cards? Can you actually play with Secret Lairs if it's a Walking Dead unique card? I mean, I understand if it's like a reprint of Serum Visions, obviously you can play with it because it's just different art and just a promo version of a card that may be modern legal. I get that, but can you play, are Secret Lair cards that are like a Walking Dead character, are those considered still? Anyways, if they are, what if one of these particular characters has some ability that's like game breaking and it makes the card skyrocket in value and you can't get it anywhere else? Anybody? I don't know. They kind of, is it like a loophole? Is this like some from the vault back in the day where they reprinted Mox Diamond and they closed the loophole? Or is this like Commander back in the day where there was True Name Nemesis and everybody had to have it, skyrocketed? And then, you know what I'm saying? Is this some sort of bizarre card that's going to distort things and cause like a run? Or I don't know. Anyways, that seems to be the #1 issue right now. It's really not about the Secret Lair, and nobody's really upset that they're having a Walking Dead crossover. I don't think it's a bad idea. I actually think it's a good idea for the brand, because what's going to happen is you're going to draw a lot of people who are into this pop culture, this modern era theme type of show, and there's a lot of hardcore collectors for any of these AMC shows. I mean, I've seen collectors that are hardcore with Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Walking Dead. These people get obsessed. I've seen people have their whole houses and rooms and all this memorabilia and crazy stuff. So Walking Dead, just like Godzilla, is going to draw a lot of people into it. And I think Wizards knows this, and I think this is why their plan moving into 2021 is to focus on crossovers and other pop culture categories to lure additional people into the world of Magic so they can actually break through the ceiling and get an expanding player base. Because I don't think the player base is really expanding still right now. I think it's already big, but people quit the game, they join the game. But by tapping into new sections, new hobbies, you do expose yourself, giggity, to creepy people that may be like, Magic's for nerds. Oh, wait, they have Walking Dead. That's kind of my whole life. I love Walking Dead. You see my point? I'm thinking that's the mindset, and I think it's kind of a smart idea. But again, like we've talked about on this channel, I don't think it's a bad idea, but it needs to be done really carefully. It's the same thing we talked about, how I think Wizards is eventually going to have numbered cards, 1 of 1, 1 of 10s, like the sports card world. They're going to have redemption, special cards, just like with fetch lands and lottery cards, but it needs to be done really carefully. Right now, the way they're doing this stuff with like fetch lands and weird things, it's very sketchy, man. You need to be able to offer people to get the card to play, but then have a fancier version. But then now we have 400 different versions of everything special, therefore making nothing special at all, and making all the value of all the cards erode because there's so many varieties and variants, it cannibalizes itself. So, I don't know, maybe they're trying to find their way right now. Maybe Wizards is just kind of slapping, the darts all over the place. They're just trying to see what sticks on the wall. I'm not really sure. But overall, it's a little concerning, but it's going to be a home run product for Wizards. Does that make sense, everybody? I don't know if that's really what you want to hear. I know a lot of you are like, I just wish Secret Lair would fail. Beep, boop, boop. I know, I feel you. But some of the biggest problems remain of just there are people buying these things and spending thousands, and they haven't received the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Secret Lairs. And then other people are just saying, it's just Wizards making 4 cards and selling them direct to market for $30, $40, $50. And they're just banking tons of money. Well, yeah, that kind of is what it is. They're legally tapping into the secondary market without saying they're tapping into the secondary market. You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, by always putting some one random card or one randomized planeswalker within the product, it still falls in the category of a randomized product. So it doesn't have a set value in each one. I think that's kind of the concept, maybe. At least that's what I've heard from people. At the end of the day, they're tapping into it. It's having a lot of collateral damage. I mean, if you guys don't believe me, look at the price of modern cards across the board. Look at the price of even... Look at the price of Pioneer cards. Look at the price of any of the modern cards. I mean, unless it's reserved list, legacy, vintage, all the cards they're just getting cannibalized. They're in a bear market. They're getting hit hard, and you know that is the side effect of doing all these things, because it's literally the players, collectors, evil investors, the beautiful 3% ladies. It's everybody in all categories being unhappy and being concerned. And no matter how we all feel, what we say on the internet, how we feel, rah, 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 hit the keyboard, go on the fancy Tumblr, Twitters, and the MySpaces, and be angry. At the end of the day, all that matters is the raw data. Look at the prices. No matter how everyone feels or what it seems like everyone feels on the internet, does not always reflect the behavior. Verbiage does not affect actions. Well, that's why at the end of the day, no matter what people tend to say, yay or nay with reserve lists, this and that, look at the numbers. The numbers reflect that. I mean, look at Core 21. One of the best core sets I've probably ever seen in my 25 years of playing Magic. No joke. No joke. When was the last? I'd say probably Core 2015. Even Origins was a huge home run. Core 21 is probably one of the best core sets I've ever seen, period. I mean, maybe unless you want to get really old school or all the way back to maybe a 7th edition or M10, M11. I mean, it's phenomenal. And it shows. Look at the value of the cards. Look at the values of these Grim Tutors and these really fancy uncommons. Look at these things. It's unbelievable. So that's really all I have to say today. I don't want to ramble on too much in this video, but overall, the verbiage is a little concerning. Everyone seems to be worked up about it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what unfolds with all these things, but it really just shows Wizard. The more time unfolds, we really see the direction of what Wizards wants to do, and it's becoming very, very clear to me that 2021 is going to be the year of crossovers, and that's probably going to be my next video discussion for you all. So have a great day. Tell me what you all think, or just slap your taco in the comments.